a good book.
Warning. You are now about to be a willing victim of the Odysseus effect.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, hi there, gang. You always sneak up on me when I'm reading. That's weird, right? It's like, you always know when I'm reading. Are you looking at my windows? This is America. I could shoot you. Get off of my property. I'm just kidding, gang. I would never do that, because I'm not a pussy. Yeah, so I'm reading a really good book right now. It's really, really good. It's probably the most important thing that I've ever read in my life. So, what kind of person would I be if I didn't share it with you right now? It's by a really, really smart author. He's going places in life. This is only his second book, but people watch. But he's on the right path, and he's doing the right things. So I think that his books are good. The author right there. What up, gang? Alright, today's podcast. Let me get to the script. Today's podcast is titled One Day at a Time, because that's how I have to take this, losing my mind over human trafficking thing, and my sobriety. One day at a time. So, here we are. Today is, it's Sunday now. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, because I can't sleep for shit, because I don't have no fucking weed. So if you support your homie, fucking float me a bag downstream, dude, for real. Fuck. I'm losing my fucking mind here. Anyway, on to the podcast. Real quick, I would like to apologize for losing my mind on the internet this last week. I got a lot of shit I wanted to get off my chest, and a lot of people I needed to call out. So to some of those people, I'm actually sorry. And I'm not going to say your name and apologize to you until you apologize to me for the things I've called you out on. Because what I said, I meant. I stand by what I've said, because I don't tell a fucking lie, okay? You know, I'm honest. So, the only people that could really get back on the team is Travis. So, Travis, if you can swallow your fucking pride and suppress your fucking ego for fucking 2 seconds and say, Tyler, I'm sorry. I have always wanted to fuck Kat, even though I knew you liked her. And the way I know this to be true is because you used to have naked pictures of her on your fucking phone, dude. And you used to try to fuck her. I saw you try to rip her shirt off of her one day. Like a fucking pervert, might I add. And she could probably beat your ass, so you got lucky. But yeah, so like, just admit it, dude. That's why you wouldn't give me your number. And the only reason you won't fully admit it is because you got a girlfriend and I'm friends with her on Facebook, so it's like kind of awkward. You don't want to admit that you're a fucking two-time an asshole. So if you come to me and apologize, you don't even got to apologize for that, because that's not doing me wrong. She ain't my girl. Fuck her, die slow. But if you want to come to me and say, yeah, you're sorry for not bailing me out of jail, because that's some real homie shit. You knew I was sitting in a jail cell, and when I got out, it was fucking freezing cold out. Freezing cold, and I had nowhere to go. If I had gotten out 2 days after I got in there, I could have got out, got a job, gone on with my fucking life. But I got out in the fucking freezing cold and slept in the stick fort fighting coyotes because people didn't want to bail me out of jail. It's whatever. Same thing to fucking G-Rat, you know? You could have fucking thrown down, and you come fucking chirping at me on Facebook. You think I'm stupid, dude? I'm not. So, when you've got all these excuses, and they're all bold-faced lies, like, come on, dude. That's why I stopped fucking responding. I got no room to argue with somebody who's willing to lie, you know? It's a conversation that's going nowhere. You knew I was in jail. You knew I was homeless. You knew I was struggling. You never helped me. If you feel bad, you feel bad. You should feel bad. I don't hate you, you know? but you need to be held accountable for your actions. You need to treat your other friends better than you treated me. That's what I'm trying to get at. Be a good man. Alright. And everybody else that's off the team, Bruce, you don't really have a spot on the team, but I'll take you off the off-team list if you're willing to admit that human trafficking is a big problem, and maybe if you donated fucking $5 to the cause, you might be doing the world a better place. Because what he said is, I gotta build my own empire, fuck those fucking sex slaves. You're a piece of shit, dude. For real, scumbag status is what that was. Selfish, selfish, selfish. People are being raped, and you say, not my problem. And if it's not your problem, you're part of the problem. So, you might as well be a rapist. For real, fucker. Yeah. So, sorry about these pauses, guys. I know that's the biggest complaint I get is, like, when I stop talking for, like, 1 second. I'm fucking sorry, I can't just fucking spew fucking 45 minutes right out my mouth like a fucking flamethrower. You know, it's fucking hard to do this shit. I'm fucking new to showbiz, so give me a fucking chance, y'all. Okay, so, with that being said, yeah, Cat Halstead, I know you keep listening to these because you can't help yourself, because 1, I'm entertaining, 2, you've known me your whole life, 3, I'm fucking sexy, so, fuck you, Die Slow, still off the team. There's a 0% chance you will ever be on the team, so swallow that, die alone, no one wants your dirty pussy. Alright, so yeah, I had promised you guys the other day I had a good ISIS story, and so with this podcast I'm going to try to bring awareness to fucked up things in this world. And what's more fucked up than ISIS? You know? Fucking Islamic terrorism? Fucked up shit. So, here we go. I had a conversation with ISIS. And if you hit me up on Facebook Messenger, I'll send you the screenshots. Because it really happened. So yeah, I was sitting at my mom's house. This was about a year ago. And I just moved from Indiana, and I got a friend request from a girl, and these people are clever, they're crafty, because if it would have been like a supermodel, like a Carmen Electra looking bitch, I'd be like, why do you want to be my friend, why are you talking to me? But she was like a 6 out of 10, you know, it was like, you're fuckable, you know, but that's about it. And so she hits me up, and she's talking to me, and she says she's from Missouri, and asks me if I'm alone, asks me if I have a girlfriend, and I'm like, yeah, I'm alone, no, I don't have a girlfriend. And then she asked me if I like sex, and I was like, that's a stupid fucking question, like, who doesn't like some fucking sex? So, I didn't say yes, I was like, maybe, I know I like you, winky face, you know, trying to be fucking smooth player. And, she was like, do you have a video? And I was like, or a camera? And I was like, yeah, I got a camera. I see where this is going, lady. Show me your titties, you know? And, so, she's like, alright. And so we get on this video chat thing, and she says, my mic's broken, but we can still type. And I'm like, alright, that's fine. So she's fucking talking dirty to me, alright? This story's so embarrassing. Oh my god. It's not that embarrassing, because it's like, I didn't do anything creepy or weird or anything I'm ashamed of, really. But it's just like, when I tell the story, you'll be like, I can't believe you told that story. So yeah, she's typing, and she's like, you know, fucking trying to give me a boner, you know, straight up. And, so she's, you know, being all sexy and shit. And then, in the video, she fucking takes her shirt off, takes her fucking panties off, tells me to take my pants off. She goes and grabs a vibrator, dude, starts fucking playing with her pussy, dude, straight up. And I'm like, alright, that's kind of hot, you know? Like I said, she was fuckable. And she tells me to fucking start jerking off, dude. And it's like, well, I already got a boner, so it ain't that, your request isn't that much to ask, you know? And so, I'm sitting there, having fucking video sex with this fucking girl, dude. I've never done this before in my life. It felt strange, but it was like very spur of the moment, and like, you know, she already tricked me into getting a boner, so it's not like you had to talk me into much. Like, once you got a boner's a boner, it's gotta go. You know, you gotta take care of that motherfucker, dude, you know, straight up. And, so, I'm sitting there, fucking straight jerking off on fucking Facebook Messenger to a fucking stranger. It's kind of embarrassing. Anyway, she waits for me to, finish, and, immediately after I finish, she sends me a video of me jerking off. She recorded the whole thing. And she tells me that I've broken the law by exposing myself to her, and that if I don't want to go to jail, I need to send her $5,000. And I say, lady, I'm fucking homeless. I don't have $5,000. I just got done sleeping in a fucking car, dude. Now I'm in my mom's house about to bounce to Colorado. If I had the money, I still wouldn't give it to you because this is fucked up. And she goes, well, really, the money's going to a charity. And she starts trying to pull at my fucking heartstrings. Sends me all these links to all these starving African kids that are, like, just shriveled up dying, dude, like, covered in their own shit. And it's like, she's like, don't you have a heart? Send me money to save these kids. And I was like, lady, I'm sorry that people are starving. That's fucked up. Sometimes I go hungry, but I don't have any money. And she's like, okay, that's fine. I understand you don't have any money. Where do you live? And I'm like, lady, I just told you I'm fucking homeless, you know? She's like, that's fine, but where are you? What city? And I was like, obviously, there's some fuckery afoot, you know? They're up to something. And so this whole time I'm thinking it was just some fucking crafty bitch, you know? Fucking trying to fucking blackmail dudes into fucking not having their fucking masturbation videos exposed, you know? And, because, yeah, no, then she's like, listen, if you don't want your friends and family to see this video, I'm going to send it to everybody and post it on fucking YouTube. And that's when I knew she was lying, because I was like, you can't post porn on YouTube, you know? Like, trust me, I've looked for it. And, so I was like, I fucking put this together, and I was like, well, what she's doing right now is blackmail and extortion. And I was like, you're the fucking criminal here. You asked me to pull my dick out. I pulled my dick out. You're fucking trying to tell me you're going to show my dick to everybody if I don't give you $5,000. You're the fucking criminal. And so I fucking tell them, like, hey, the jig's up. I'm reporting you to Facebook. And so I do. And, yeah, sorry. I don't like to snitch on people, but, you know, she was being a fucking fucked up individual. So yeah, I do this, and then I piece it together that it wasn't even a girl. I wasn't talking to a girl. That was a staged video of a girl masturbating and typing, but that wasn't live at all. That was a video that they use over and over and over and over to get people to pull their dicks out. Because that's why her mic didn't work. I couldn't talk and engage in conversation that way. I was talking to a member of ISIS on a fucking keyboard. And they were on the keyboard. And the video was playing in front of their camera. And I'm here live in the flesh, fucking, literally live in the flesh, just fucking jerking it, dude. Fucking, you know, just super embarrassing. And then I tell one of my friends this story. And I've got a lot of friends that are in the army, okay? Like, several that are in the military. And, it's common knowledge in the army that, like, ISIS is all over the internet looking for fucking soldiers to kill in America. And that's why they wanted to know where I lived, because they figured I'm Facebook friends with, like, fucking 10 soldiers. So if they figured out where I live, they figured out where those 10 soldiers live. You know? Isn't this fucked up? And they would have done God knows who, some ISIS shit, you know, probably something with a bomb and fucking suicidal thoughts, some ISIS shit. But, yeah, so they were looking, they wanted me to tell them, first of all, they wanted me to fund terrorism by giving them $5,000, like I'm ashamed to fucking, like, yeah, it's kind of weird, obviously I don't want you to send a picture of me jerking off to my fucking mom, that's weird, right? But it's not like you were saying you were a fucking dude or a fucking child. Like you were a hot girl, and I was like, yeah, I'll fucking show you my wiener if you want to see it, you know? Like, so I didn't do anything wrong. So I was just like, I wasn't ashamed about it, really. And that's why I started telling my friends the story in case they did release the video. I was like, listen, dude, if you get a video and it looks like it could be of me jerking off, please don't play it unless you want to see that, in which case, like, don't delete me off Facebook because you're weird. And, but I tell these fucking, my soldier friends this shit, and they're like, dude, it was ISIS. It wasn't a girl at all. ISIS does this shit on the regular. Like, it's a tactic they use all the time. And it's just so nuts. Like, if you Google, not today ISIS memes, like it's a thing. Like, it's like, what? 0 mutual friends, and you're hot, and you want to talk. Not today, ISIS. Like, it's a fucking thing. So, yeah, that's my story of, coming in the face of terrorism. Oh, anyway, alright. Next segment, because I'm embarrassed. I told you I'm trying to get a format to the podcast, so I've got a conspiracy theory section. And I decided I'm not going to talk about conspiracy theories. I'm just going to talk about conspiracies. The difference between a conspiracy theory and a conspiracy is a conspiracy theory would be like 9/11. I think the government did 9/11, but that's a conspiracy theory because it has not yet come to light. It has not yet been proven. But a conspiracy is Operation Northwoods, which I told you about on the other podcast. Today's conspiracy is Operation LAC. This is some actual factual shit that you can look up. Like, it happened. It's documented, and they were like, hey, yeah, we did it. And what this was, LAC stands for Large Area Coverage. It was a U.S. military operation, specifically from the Army, and it was done during the Cold War when we were, like, scared to death of the Russians. And what they did is they went around with vans and they pumped a chemical called zinc cadmium sulfide into cities. They targeted St. Louis first because St. Louis was the U.S. city that most resembled a Soviet city. So they went around driving cars, pumping chemicals into this fucking city just to see if they could get away with it. And they did. And they did it to a lot of other cities. So that makes you think that maybe there's something to this fucking chemtrail shit. You know, if they did it on the ground in the 50s, maybe they're doing it in the air right now. And what's fucked up is, like, when you dig deeper, if you look up this fucking zinc cadmium sulfide, it says that there's the government's like, we didn't use it wasn't bad. And if you look up the chemical, it says that it has no harmful effects on the human body, which leads you to believe that the desired effects of this chemical take place on the human mind. This was psychological warfare. They were going to try to, chemtrail these Russians into changing their minds. Because that's how you win a war. Hearts and minds. That's how you win a war. For real. If your fucking opponents don't want to fight, you won, There's no, you just, fucking for real. There's I'll save another conspiracy for another time, because there's only so many that are, like, provable, actual, factual, so I can't list them all right now. So yeah, that's a conspiracy that happened. So think about that when you think about fluoride. We're the last country in the world that's, like, major that still has fluoride in the water. Fluoride was invented by the Nazis. That's some actual factual shit. I took a whole class on the Holocaust. Fucking look into fluoride. And I know what you're thinking. If it was really bad for you and your brain, why would dentists be using it? You think you're smarter than dentists, Tyler? First of all, yeah, probably. Second of all, dentists are teeth doctors. They fuck with teeth. That's it. And they're regulated by the FDA. When the fucking feds come in and say, use fluoride or we're shutting you down, all of a sudden 4 out of 5 dentists support fucking Crest. For real, that is how it fucking works. If they say they put it in the water for your teeth, nobody's fucking gargling the fucking sink water. You gargle with your mouthwash to clean your teeth. You drink the sink water. It goes into your body. And then fucking lubricates your fucking brain. It's fucking Nazi mind control. America's the fucking Fourth Reich. And there's so much evil afoot, guys. I'm going to slowly peel back the veil. Because if I tell you too much right now, people are going to start killing themselves, or you're going to think I'm crazy and dismiss me as not truthful. So I'm going to give you little nuggets of info, and then if you doubt me, look it up. Look it up, and then go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, because that's the type of shit I got to deal with. Okay, so, and I figured every podcast I should address human trafficking, because scarred my brain, and it's scarred a lot of people a lot worse than it has me. So here's some statistics. How many of you guys have run away as a kid, as a teenager or something, I know I ran away. A lot of people run away. 1 in 6 people that run away end up a sex slave. Never come home again. End up in the back of a semi, getting raped for money for the rest of their lives. That's what 1 in 6 runaways happen. Fucked up. They estimate that there is 4.5 million people trapped in sex slavery globally right now. And that's just sex slave. There's other things that you can human traffic people for. So that's just the sex slave market. 4.5 million. To put that in... 4.5 million. Think about that for a second. That's more than... Indianapolis doesn't even have 1 million people in it. So